Okay. Hi everyone. All right, we got people in chat. What's good? Maybe turn the sound down a touch. If we could get confirmation on the sound, that would be super sick. Oh no. My chat isn't connecting. Hello? Nice. We got it. All right. Yo everybody. Okay, we can hear me. Hell yeah. Sick. Oh, hell yeah. We got so many people confirming sound for me right now. That's awesome. Ellie Hales, what's good? Ben, what's good? Doncaster, TB Kane, Ragnar, what is good? Chilling with my cat right now? Hell yeah, dude. That's how to spend a fucking Sunday night. If I'm a little out of sorts today, let me tell you that I maybe broke a record for myself. Because I think I've mentioned this before, but I have been working on an essay for a Blu-ray label. Um, oh, cute. Um, that has just completely ruined my brain and like made my anxiety go through the roof. I think maybe just because okay, so it's the longest essay I've ever written, like by a lot. I think it's twice as long as my next longest one. Um and it's for a really big film, okay? A really long film and a really important one, all right? And like it's going to get a lot of visibility. So I think I put a lot of pressure on myself to make it good, and my notes were like 10,000 words long or something like that, something completely ridiculous. And then I had to pare that down to like a first draft, which was like 3,500 words long or something like that. And then I've just been editing it down. I think I've got it to actually, let me see. Got it pulled up right here. How long is it? 2,731 words long. I've been working on it for so fucking long, dude. And I keep putting it off. My anxiety keeps getting the best of me, and I keep not doing it, and it's like actually affecting my quality of life. So I was like, you know what? Last night at 2 a.m., I was like, fuck it. I'm pulling it up, and we are doing it until we finish it. And I was up until 6 a.m. doing that, and then my brain was so wired with adrenaline, thinking, ideas, whatever you want to say, that I couldn't go to sleep until like 7:30, and I was like at a client's house. You know, I'm watching two dogs and two cats right now. Fuck, I keep meaning to put up a poster right here and I keep forgetting to do it. Shit. Um and I woke up at like noon 30, something like that. So like I got like 5 hours of sleep last night. It was really rough. My cat, can you hear him? Can you hear Bigwig? He is really fucking crying right now. I don't know. I might have to relent and let him in, but he just is very bad when he's in here, and he's also very warm and it's hot in here. So I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah. He's making a cameo, but he's really requesting to be inside, I gotta say. Um but I did it. I finished editing it today before the stream. Um he sure does. So it's done. I just gotta turn it in now. Um, he does. He has many ideas. He has ideas gelling in his brain, you know? Um, so that's done. It's done. Um, it's not one of my higher paying clients, which is fine. Cause like I understand, I'm trying not to give too many hints, right? But I understand why they can pay what they can pay. So like it's maybe the most work I've ever done for that amount of money in my life. But you know, I don't want to treat anybody lesser than or play favorites or whatever. Like I think every job I do deserves my best. So that's what I've been working on for over a month, and I finally fucking did it. Um We're doing Vinegar Syndrome announcements today, which is always a task and a half. I pretty much, whenever I realize that it's VS week, I'm like, clear the docket for the stream this week. So that's all we're doing. But I have one viewer commission this week, sort of. Steven, aka other Ragnar not in chat, asked me to do the bonus movie on the oh my god, I just saw it. What was it called? Fuck. Let me get my letterbox pulled up. Backwoods Marcy. It's the bonus film on that. So I decided I should go ahead and watch that first. So I thought I'd go ahead and include that because he paid extra too. So like whatever. I'll do extra ones. And I watched it last night and I wanted to talk about it while it's fresh. So I have sort of a commission review at the end, but yeah, we'll see. Also, let me check this poll. That's crazy. For whatever reason. Okay, let me plug this real quick. So I don't know why that keeps happening. On my Patreon now, we have a new thing, a new perk segment for the stream where I'm going to review a viewer requested movie. The idea is to try to get me to watch more stuff from my collection that I haven't seen yet. So I'm going to I pull 5 random ones that I haven't seen. And then we go from there. So but what's crazy is I was checking this all week on my phone and it said that it had 0 votes. And here it appears that we have 6 votes and Steel and Lace is winning. But if you want to vote in this poll and in future polls for what films I review, peep that shit in the description. All right. I see I'm losing people. That's okay. Let's go back to the task at hand, shall we? Let me actually get some water real quick because I'm fucking thirsty. I haven't really had much to drink today. I never put ice in my drinks. Like hardly ever. I do sometimes, I guess, if I have guaranteed access to a straw, but it hurts my teeth. But our cold water doesn't work. So I have to put ice in my water if I don't want it to be warm, which is awesome. Okay, he's been going at it for like 10 minutes, so we're gonna let him in, see how it goes, all right? Actually, you know what? His fate is in your hands. His fate is in your hands. There we go. No. You gotta vote for no. We got 1 for yes, 1 for no. What's it gonna be? Someone wants to torture my cat. What's it gonna be, y'all? Yes or no? Alright, say no more. I'm letting him in. I like whoever voted no was at least honest, because he's not a great co-host, alright? What? Come on, bro. Yo. Agu? AGU? What's good? You know, I really should, because I'm really like never home these days, and I feel bad. He needs attention, and he loves me, but he's just not great about leaving my keyboard alone, and also keeping my temperature regulated. So, you know. Okay. Hi, buddy. Let's be nice. Let's be nice. Good wigs. Good wigs, good cats. Huh? We're gonna be nice? Yeah? Here, let me bump up the brightness for a second so that people can see you. There you go, buddy. Yeah, who's that? Who's that? It's a wig. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's get started. Um, so anyway, I don't have that Patreon review thing ready to go because I thought nobody voted, but apparently quite a few people did. So next time. Next time. Uh, Cat's sleeping under the TV cabinet. Good for him. Living his best life. What a king. Um, oh no, she. What a queen. Patriarchy. There I go. All right. Where are we starting? More skate decks? You got a mummy on it? Do people buy these? I mean, I guess they must, right? Top side stain colors are assorted and random. Okay. It's pretty cool looking. Neat. I don't know how many they started with, but I don't imagine it was 38, so I imagine they sold some, right? Cat's name is Charlie. Shout out. Shout out Charlie. Um More screen prints. I don't know. I guess they have fun just commissioning these. And I guess they sell eventually. This one's pretty gorgeous, actually. Wow. I like how their logo is done up here. Half the time their screen prints like are so much better. Actually, most of the time their screen prints are so much better than their shirts, and I'm like, put it on a shirt, bro. Pig Hands. I don't know who that is. 65 units. I'd love if they sold prints of some of the slip arts. I'm pretty surprised they don't do that, to be honest. Like some of the more famous ones. Only 3 left of Twin Cheeks on VHS. I need to see this. Get the Blu-ray at some point, probably. Because it looks awesome. $150 units. I mean, okay, they sold a bunch. Um, all right, let's do the sub labels first. Yeah. Weird how it's been a year since the last non-VHS Degausser release, or Degausser. Which one is it? I guess Degausser actually. Yeah, that's weird. It's unfortunate. For a second, I thought this was supposed to be Sam Neill on the artwork, and I was like, topical. I guess let's check this out, huh? What is this? 2002? Okay. Decent amount of people have seen it. Where's it from? United States? TBS? Films? A Tubi classic. Chris Stuckman has randomly seen this. Okay. .4K scan, audio commentary of the director, moderated by Amanda Reyes. Is she on all of these? Because she probably should be. Audio commentary with film historian and author, and a booklet with an essay by Simon Foster. Neat. This doesn't scream out at me like I need it, but looks neat, I guess. Now this is at least cooler because of my girl Suspiria being on this shit. Fucking goated. Hard. Sorry for the fucking yawning. I guess I did warn you that I didn't sleep last night. Let's check the year on this. Really hoping Iconoscope puts out Bad Ronald in 4K. I don't know that one. Okay, 94. A Friend to Die For. Oh, this one's pretty popular, relatively speaking. 5,000 views. Another Tubi classic. I mean, I would watch this. Da-da-da-da. Angela from a poor family moves into the rich town Monte Vista. She admires Stacy, leader of the most prestigious clique of her high school, and seeks Stacy's friendship, but when she defends outsider Monica against Stacy, she becomes Stacy's target herself. Okay. I read that and I don't feel like I understood anything, to be completely honest. Okay. Audio commentary with Amanda Reyes. Interview with the actress, a visual essay by Scott Humphreys. And an essay from Amanda Reyes. Man, she's really all over this thing. I've never been asked to do 2 special features on the same release. Let me see if I could fix my typical thing real quick. I'm just kind of randomly thinking about it. Is there not like a reset sort of thing? I don't know why it's doing that. Whatever. Hello? Okay. Anyway, this looks fun. So, neat. The First Deadly Sin. Frank Sinatra. In the Vinegar Syndrome catalog. Young Blood for Life. What's good? Thanks for being here. Oh, I guess that's as good a time as any. I've started a new thing where we're doing weekly music streams, and they have been fairly successful. So if that sounds fun to you, you should check that out. Serial killer is stalking New York City. Inspector Edward Delaney is an NYPD detective. Nearing retirement, who is trying to put together the pieces of the case. Are the victims somehow linked? What does the brutal method of death signify? What, do they beat him to death with hammers or something? Fairly decent rating. As far as I know, First Deadly Sin is the first new Blu-ray from Warner Brothers that VS has put out. Hell yeah. You're all good, don't worry about it. I get that you can't always just drop everything and be watching someone live. I don't know how anybody does it, to be completely honest. Um, couple of new interviews. Laurent Bozero, he a new interview with him, director of Faye. What is Faye? Because he does like all of the classic making of documentaries. That's how I know him. He's actually one of my top watched directors. Um oh, it's a documentary about Faye Dunaway, I guess. Okay. But yeah, he's done like all this shit. I've seen 20 of his movies. He's made 160 of them. Tender Capstone, a new featurette with film historians and co-authors of Frank Sinatra on the big screen, and a new featurette looking at the locations. He looks old as fuck. I'm sure he was, probably. His hair looks crazy. What is going on with this haircut? Like, that's crazy, right? Whatever. Uh, Faces of Death 3. I suppose they're just going to be doing all of these. Oh shit, this already sold out. I'm not even going to lie to you. I thought about buying this just because I love this artwork so much. And the purple case on it too. Bro, come on. It's so good. That's hard. This artwork, shit, I want that poster. Like, I'm gonna be so real with you. I would get this as a tattoo. I love this artwork so much. That is like so good. um, Maybe one day I'll do that. If this was on a flash sheet, I would get it for sure. Um, Restored to its initial theatrical version as Fear, in addition to its much more commonly seen video version, and packed with an array of extra features. Is it really an array of extra features? There's, as far as I could see, none, actually. There's a music track and that's it? Is that it? Like, that's not packed with anything. Is this just boilerplate, like, language and they didn't realize that there's no features on here? Come on, man. I would have done something for this. Hit me up. You know? I would have done an essay of some kind. Talk over this, whatever, you know? Now let me see what else is in here. More conventional Mondo movie. The result was fear, an exploration of fear, superstitions, urban legends, and the real-life carnage that so often accompanies them. Their appalling series of video rental favorites. What the fuck? Why are you getting abused by so many horses? What are you doing hanging out with horses that are beating the shit out of you, bro? Come on. um Despite having had a brief release in Europe, by the time a US debut was ready, the runaway demand for Faces of Death sequels was so overwhelming that Fear was retooled and retitled to Faces of Death 3, which features the return of the erudite Dr. Francis B. Gross in video-only hosting segments. Okay. So it has both cuts. That's pretty cool. I kind of wish I bought this, but I don't have any money. So if anybody wants to sell me one really cheap, go for it. Lap Cat, let's go. I think this was the original DVD art. Yeah, probably. Was it also on the VHS tape? Because I have a very distinct memory of seeing one of these tapes in a video store when I was a kid, and this is the one that jumps out to me the most, and maybe is the one that why I like this one the most, but it's pretty cool. Actually, let me look that up. Catch up on chat. Is on the VHS as well. Yeah. Faces of Death 3. I'm glad I didn't share my screen there. Y'all don't need to see my fucking pet life history. The Final Assault. Yeah, dude, I'm pretty sure it was this one. I feel pretty confident that I saw this shit on a video store shelf in Costa Rica, and I was like, I want to see that. And my parents were like, that's not gonna happen. And you know what? They really fucked me up. They did a lot of bad shit. They did a lot of shit wrong. They got that one in one. They nailed that shit. It is a terrible idea to let me watch this. So the VHS is on Amazon. Is this a recreation of some sort, I guess? Oh, this is part 2. Yeah, the artwork for part 2 is not that good, to be honest. Yeah, I feel like it's gotta be. This visual also jumps out at me, so maybe both of the artwork were on there in some capacity, but or maybe I saw both of them. Memory is really fragile, highly subjective. It's not as objective as we would like to think. Every time you remember something, you're remembering the last time you remembered it. So it's degrading over time. Keeping a diary is something I wish I had time for, because that's a really good way to preserve memories and that sort of thing, you know? I love the horse I was on, but he gets excited and starts bucking. I probably wouldn't have fallen off, but I lost my position while barrel racing, so naturally I fell off, so that was fun. All right. I remember my dad told me he knew a guy in college who spliced footage of the original Faces of Death into an episode of AFV. Like America's Funniest Home Videos, is that what you're talking about? That's funny. Sorry, I'm all sniffly today, y'all. All right, mainline releases. Just 3 of them, yeah? Yeah, that's fun. I guess let's start with this. Re-release 4K upgrade of the Ice Cream Man. I saw a little bit of people saying that they were pissed because this is an upgrade, so like, why is it included in the subscription? I kind of agree. Like, if for nothing else, but for consistency, like, is it because it was out of print and now it's back in print, whereas before, like, the Madman Blu-ray was in print and they, like, you know, upgraded it so it wasn't counted? Like, just be consistent with it, you know? Also, I'm really sorry, Robert Samelin. You've done a lot of banger artwork, but this is not good. This artwork is just not good at all. I gotta be so honest. I don't like it at all. Ugh. Yeah, I'd much rather just have the standard artwork on it. It just went out of print too. They had the leftover blues on sale. Yeah, it's fucked up. Duncaster, shout out to you for holding it down in the chat right now. Anybody else that wants to share their takes, feel free, go ahead, etc. You know? I know that they're putting this out because that piece of shit Eli Roth is putting out a remake of this. I'm not going to say that I'm above watching it in some capacity, but you will not catch me seeing that shit in the theater. That dude is like a genocidal scumbag. It's like, and he's also like a straight up misogynist. Okay. If you watch some of my old Vinegar Syndrome reviews, like, I'll be honest, every time Eli Roth was on a supplement, I always had nice things to say about it, because you know what? One thing he's good at is talking about exploitation movies. He does it with a lot of enthusiasm. He's a compelling speaker. He has interesting things to say about them. You ask him about anything else, it's a no-go. His movies, not great. I haven't seen all of them, though, to be fair. It's fine, but shouldn't be in the subscription. I agree. Like it's weird. Again, I'm a real sucker for consistency, you know? I'm a real autistic about that sort of thing. So, apparently Roth's movie isn't a remake. Roth's film is based on the comic. The one VS is doing isn't related to the comic, if I recall correctly. Okay. Uh, I mean, I guess that tagline. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen anymore. Let me do that. I guess that tagline is rather obvious, but also, what else is it going to be? Like, it's right there, you know? Oh, I guess I should end this poll. His bigwig is, in fact, inside the room. He's being really good, too. He heard that I was talking mad shit, and he was like, no, fuck you, I can behave. Comic came out in 2018, pure oh, okay, so, hold on a minute. So what you're telling me is that... Let me fix my microphone. It's kind of fucked up. Okay, so if I'm understanding correctly, this movie came out, and then a separate comic book called Ice Cream Man came out, not based off of this? And you're telling me that Eli Roth is making this independent of this very famous exploitation movie put out by the label that he has worked with many times? I find that hard to believe. I don't know. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Young Gregory Tudor sees his local ice cream man murdered and later grows up to inherit his business, opting to inject gruesome ingredients, including human body parts, into his frozen confections. When one of the neighborhood boys goes missing, the local kids suspect Gregory and band together to get to the bottom of things. This was the guy in Ticks, right? Gosh, apparently he's in a lot of things I've seen. Okay. Was he not in Ticks? Hello? Yeah, there he is. Okay. Tight. I was right. I know what I'm talking about sometimes. All right. He was in this piece of shit. That's funny. An idyllic summer town descends into madness when an ice cream man serves kids sweet treats with horrifying results. I mean, it sounds pretty similar. When does this come out? August makes sense. I was like, you probably want to put this out in the summer, right? God, look at his fucking smug ass face. Have I just seen the Hostel movies? Yeah, that's it. But he makes things that are certainly questionable. Like remaking Death Wish, that's questionable. Doing a cannibal movie, and I've heard it's not great in terms of being sensitive about that kind of thing. It's not great. Wait, what is going on this poster? They have all of the trailers on here. What is happening here? She's taking her top off and jumping onto a knife? A lot. Roth always struck me as someone who's mentally stuck in his teenage edgelord phase. I mean, I think that's pretty obvious and pretty fairly accurate. Shocker, Eli Roth makes a movie that portrays indigenous people badly. Surely that isn't relevant to his politics. Yeah, for real. Thanksgiving was an okay slasher. Is that why I had to move the microphone out of the way? Because you keep putting your face on it? Hey, no. This is where you're getting in trouble. Big wig. Don't do that. Okay. Yeah, stay there. Hang out there. I can never be happy with the fucking mic placement. Like, I swear to God. I should probably see this at some point because I've, heard that it's fun enough. Buddy, no. No, 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 no. I see what you're going to do. See what you're going to do? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. He wants to talk about how much he hates Eli Roth. I guess he's not a fan, huh? It's a fun poster. I don't know, man. Whatever. Okay. How many of these features are new? Now, when it says brand new, are they brand new for the 4K or were they brand new at the time of the Blu-ray? Neat. All right. Well, I hope people are happy about it. Seems like they're not, you know. Of unknown origin. Let's see what this is. Okay, it's fairly popular. George P. Cosmatos. What a name. Oh, I've seen Leviathan. That movie's okay. To be honest, it's not that good. Of unknown origin is a banger. Funny how you got your cat in here while talking about a movie about a rat. Is it about a rat? Oh. A man who recently completed rebuilding a townhouse becomes obsessed with a rat infestation until it becomes an interspecies duel. Wait, this sounds awesome. Do they kill a bunch of rats in this, like, for real? Because that's unfortunate. But, like, that sounds awesome. Oh, Scream Factory put this out on Blu-ray. I happen to be wearing my Scream Factory shirt right now. Not that I'm the biggest Scream Factory fan, but it's a cool shirt. I'll give them that. Oh, it's just the one rat? That's even better. Man versus rat? That's awesome. Wait, I gotta see this shit. Yeah, I gotta see that. What else is this guy in? He's in... Oh, he's RoboCop. It's RoboCop versus a rat? Come on, bro. Big rat pup? Dude, I gotta see this shit yesterday. This is crazy. Directed by the father... oh, Corinne Humboldt. Shout out. Thanks for being here. Directed by the father of Panos, who directed Mandy. Oh. Okay. Neat. The more I learn about this, the more I'm sold on it. It's good. Hell yeah. Shout out. All right. Man versus Beast Tail indoors. 4K. 4K rats. Man versus Rat. A new interview with the director, Dr. Peter Weller. What does he have a doctorate in? Archival commentary with the director and the actor. Brand new commentary from Bill and Ashley's Terror Theater podcast. Okay. Of unknown origin. A video essay by friend of the show, Sam Deegan. And some other interviews. This looks awesome. I need to see this. Stat. Rat. Okay. Bloody Psycho. Another one of these Lucio Fulci presents, which I have not heard great things about, to be honest. The alternate slipcover versus... I mean, the alternate one is just clearly better. Like... Sorry, Robert. You're catching strays from me today, but... Like, I feel like his artwork is always like serviceable. It's always like it gets the job done. But like, look at this. Who did this? Thomas Toy. 3,333 units. Approximately 2,200 of which neat. I feel like they should have just made the Fulci Presents titles into a box set. I kind of agree, but they made way more money doing it this way. So I guess I understand why they gotta do what they gotta do, right? Okay, I guess let's check it out. Bloody Psycho. Among the more generic titles I could come up with for a horror movie. To reuse some of the gory bits for his 1990 gore fest, A Cat in the Brain. Well, A Cat in the Brain was already like a clip show of other gore scenes that he had done, right? So is this the leftovers right now? Triple reheated nachos right now? Features, what is this? Features a haunted castle plus wimpy Dr. Vogler, who is performing some sort of a psychic therapy on lesbian owner of the place. Okay. Somebody clearly didn't do the best job writing this. Most of the Fulci Presents titles were used in Cat in the Brain. Okay, so it's the other way around. Okay, so like he supervised these movies in order to use them for that movie. Am I understanding that correctly? I hope so. Well, it doesn't look very good. I'll say that. Caged Women. Okay. The Web of Silence. AIDS. Wow. Wow. The things you could find when you go into the deep cuts on Italian cinema. 4 people have seen The Web of Silence dash AIDS. We got generic horror titles and M dashes. I don't know. Kind of seems like maybe this director was using AI, is all I'm saying. All right, we should probably ruin his career. Okay. Walter is HIV positive and is leading a promiscuous life in Rome. He does this so that he won't infect his wife. Sure. Wait, he fucks other people in Rome so he doesn't infect his wife? Walter's wife is also cheating on him in a decidedly dull subplot. Walter's father... In a decidedly dull sub... Why are we judging the movie in the plot synopsis? What's that about? Walter's father is a senator who wants to use his son's illness to promote his own political career by calling for more AIDS research. I feel like I did not learn anything about that reading that, to be honest. Okay. Well, whoever's writing the copy on these is kind of insane. "90-minute of graphic sexual abuse ensue." Who wrote all of these? Did the director write it? And he's not very good at English? Is that what's happening? Hey, buddy. You want to be on camera? Yeah, what do you got to say? Yeah? Okay. Your voice is being heard. It's my favorite corporate speak. Bloody Psycho. Yes. Esteemed parapsychologist. I should put this back on screen, I guess. Dr. Werner Vogler has come to the castle home of Mrs. Razzori, a beautiful but irascible wheelchair-bound aristocrat. I straight up said aristocrat. That's funny. Come here, buddy. Let's get out of the way, huh? Practice his famed energy healing on her, arriving on the grounds. Is immediate. No. Let's not step on that. Okay? Good job. No. No. We're not going that way either. We're just going to stay here. And we're going to be good. And we're going to be nice. Okay? You lay down for me, buddy? Good job. Okay. Okay. I kind of feel like I understand what's going on here. Anyway, commentary track with film historian and critic Rachel Nisbet. Interview with the director, interview with the actress, interview with the actor, interview with the actor. An appreciation of Avo Film, the Italian home video distributor of the Lucio Fulci Presents line, by film critic Pier Maria Bocci. Is this the last one? I want to say there were 4 of them, and I feel like we already did 4, right? Could be misremembering. Cool. I don't know. What do we think? It feels kind of weak to me, to be honest. But Of the Unknown Origin looks sick. I'll say that. Is this a slipcover or a slipcase? Slipcover. That artwork feels questionable to me. I gotta be so honest. Okay. Partner labels. Let's do that. Bye, Bigwig. All right. Let's power through. All right. Let's see which one's already sold out. Still going strong on this one. This artwork is really cool. I really like this. Ooh, that's sick. I love. All right. Maybe it's the misogynist that I apparently am, but I love pulp artwork with ample-breasted women. All right. That shit is awesome. Look at this. An adult preview of things to come. Is this porn? I hope so. I feel like you want the slipcover on this. I mean, this artwork is amazing. Both ways. Double dose of psychotropic anti-time capsules. This is the first Hollywood Underground film. The Acid Eaters tells them... Buddy, please don't do that. Please don't do that. He's going to jump on the top part of my desk, and it's going to be a whole thing. He's going to start pushing shit off of it. It's going to be a nightmare. Might kick him out. We'll see. Mind-expanding story of a group of working-class swingers who drop acid and melt into sex, knife fights, and a literal trip to hell. Then it's time to blast off a space thing, a warped homage to 1960s sci-fi and pulp fiction. Follows Colonel James Granilla as he hops a flying saucer and enjoys close encounters of every kind with a crew of space dolls. Okay. Archival commentary, and the shorts Drug Freaks and This Is the Moon, and a booklet with essays. Hell yeah, dude. Let me look these up. I imagine these are softcore. Yeah, 60s. Okay. Hey, buddy. Please. Please. Okay. It's too much. It's too much. Come on. Come on, bud. Let's go. You know, I feel like animals are often maybe confused or at the very least not understanding what it is we're doing, but he genuinely has no conception of what I'm doing and why I would need him to not be walking all over shit. So give him a little bit of grace, right? Right, I'm looking this up. The Acid People? Not the best ratings. They sure did eat that acid. I mean, that is a terrible one-liner, to be fair. Oh, no, not there. The Planet of the Rapes is crazy, dude. That's insane. Wow. Okay. Captain is a woman who has 2 lesbian encounters with her crew and whips one of them for trying to have sex with our hero. There's a lot going on here. Herschel G. What the fuck? I have often said that Space Thing makes Plan 9 from outer space look like Citizen Kane. I feel like I gotta see that. This looks crazy. Anyway, this looks like a lot of fun. Action figure adventure. Hmm. Hmm. Isn't this a YouTube series? It is. Okay. I see we got 10 people in here still. Feel free to drop in all your chats. Give me your hot takes, whatever you want. Fill that shit up. Also, the tip jar is open. Should you feel so inclined to help me pay my bills and eat. It's always appreciated, but never required, of course. Follow Fanatic Collector Jay Bartlett across North America as he fronts the cash to build the ultimate action figure auction, with all proceeds going to support critically and terminally ill children. Watches Jay encounters the coolest, rarest, and most noteworthy figures in history, but with an ever-shrinking budget and against a constantly ticking clock. Featuring interviews with Kevin Smith, Super 7 founder Brian Glenn, He-Man co-creator, former Mattel VP. Neat. I mean, I don't know that I have this amount of time to invest into something like this, but it's kind of cool, I guess. The slipcover idea is cute. Seasons 1 and 2. Okay. So it's like a whole thing. No credit to whoever designed that slipcover, which is interesting. Oh, I saw this movie. I was like, that looks cool. But I saw this. I saw this in theaters. I thought it was pretty decent, actually. The slipcover is awesome. I'm glad that they... Let me guess. It's either Luke Insect or Steak Mountain. Haunt Love. Fuck me, man. Thought I had it. Thought I had it. But Haunt Love, should have known. Haunt Love, goated. Affected by a mysterious condition that resets her memory, Ellie becomes trapped in a cyclical nightmare with a man who claims to be her husband. She must uncover the horrifying truth of her existence soon before she forgets it all again. Audio commentary with the director and the stars. Storyboard to film. Featurette. Man, that's a cool image, you know? Yeah, this movie's decent. I meant to do a review for it at some point, but I guess we could just talk about it now. Yeah, I thought that this was like fairly solid. I didn't think it was amazing, but I didn't think it was like this bad either. I thought it was good. Like, I think it has a compelling premise, good performances, admirable attempts at special effects, I'll say. Okay, Alois, right? Okay. Isabelle Huppert, instant purchase. That's a good rule of thumb, to be completely honest. Delphine Seyrig and Isabelle Huppert. Holy shit, dude. That's a fucking cast right there. Creates a series of haunting drawings while she's incarcerated in an institution for the insane in turn of the century Switzerland. She endures torments as a musically gifted girl and later as a young woman. Her developing madness and the barbaric treatments of the time are shown. Sheesh. I guess he went to a screening. I was wondering if they hosted one and I missed it. This is oh, I got her confused with someone else to be completely honest, but that's still pretty cool. Hell yeah. Okay. Yes, I would like to see this. Who directed this? Not familiar with her work. France. Okay. This looks dope. Looks dope. Are we not cats? Truly. I don't love this slipcover. That's worse though. What am I even... Okay, he's holding a cat here? Dude, the artwork is rough. Yo, what's good? Thanks for being here. Doesn't say who designed it. I mean, I guess this is better. It's at least got like colors. This is not good, to be honest. It doesn't even have the title of the movie on it. Short films. That's a crazy name for a short film. Other Ragnar was here for like 1 second. Maybe he's still here, but he was in the chat. Two strangers spark romance through their unusual habit. Do they eat cat hair? Is that what's happening? Do they eat it? Yeah, they eat cat hair. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. I would watch this. That sounds deranged. What is this? I guess his other short films aren't on here. Is eating cat hair a metaphor? Maybe. It could be. Could be. Black Cab. Shutter. Okay. I don't hate Shutter or whatever, but a lot of these movies just don't look very good. After a night out, a couple are kidnapped by their black cab driver. Okay. Okay. Terrified, he drives them to a deserted and supposedly haunted road, but what is his plan? Is he mad or just plain evil? I don't know. It feels weird that you told me that he's black, and then you asked if he was evil or weird or whatever the fuck. Oh, is the cab black and not the driver? Jesus Christ. What is a black cab? I straight up thought that they meant the driver was black, and I was like, that's weird. Black cab driver is so funny. The cab is black. What is that like a special thing? It's apparently really bad. It's the horror version of Driving Miss Daisy. Jesus Christ. It's a type of cab. Okay. Let me look it up. A black cab is an official licensed taxi in London and other British cities known formally as a hackney carriage. Is it British? It is British. We solved it. Cultural difference going on. All right. Buffet Infinity. Yellow Veil. I don't know why this sold out. Is it like a famous movie? The slipcover is not good and it's exactly the same. So I'm confused by that. What is with... Have we just stopped putting titles on the covers now? Like, what's going on there? It's the second one. Doesn't say who designed it. Echoing the Canadian comedy classic SCTV and picking from hundreds of hours of original low-budget TV ads to tell the sinister tale of two restaurants battling it out in the fictional town of Westridge County. Ads for instance, or ads for insurance, used car rivals, a local religious scholar, and a recording artist converge to tell the story of an expanding sinkhole, a cult, and an ever-growing restaurant. Becomes unsettlingly sentient. Okay, I guess it's like, are they constructing a narrative out of like regional advertisements? Because that's pretty cool if they are. It's a cool idea. I don't love this artwork, but it is making me hungry, to be honest. It's a pretty good rating. Neat. It's like Joe Dante's movie Orgy. Yeah. Okay, cool. It's a cool idea. My friend Michelle Kisner likes it. Neat. I mean, I'd like to check this out. Oh, let me pop it in there. Okay, cool. Chambermaid, film movement. Stephanie Monahan. Mariana Sengel Solskins. I don't know, man. The Chambermaid. But just Chambermaid over here. Okay, I mean... seems fine, I guess. Corpus Christi. That is better artwork. But, okay. Oh. Oh. I think this is in my watch list already. I think this was on the Criterion channel back in the day, and I wanted to check it out. No, I guess it's not. 74,000 people have seen it and has over a 4. And yet, they can't move 500 units of this. It's really bizarre. Highest 20-year-old juvenile delinquent is sent to work at a sawmill in a small town. On arrival, he dresses up as a priest and accidentally takes over the local parish. The arrival of this young, charismatic preacher is an opportunity for the local community to begin the healing process after a tragedy that happened a year prior. It's French, Polish sort of thing. Neat. Well, I don't remember how or why, but I was aware of this in some capacity before. And it looks good. Let me put some music on real quick, because I kind of meant to do that at the beginning and I forgot. Okay. Wild Eye releasing Deadly Dealings. This one's sold out. I mean, that's good artwork. Is this Suspiria? Sure is. It's pretty recent and like nobody has seen it. And like, what is going on here? This is so bad that I almost like kind of fuck with it, to be It's very unique, you know? Mary misses her brother. Her life has been full of regret since that fatal night. Milo, her roommate, offers a chance to speak to her brother again with a spirit board. Reluctantly, she accepts. What sinister entity has been unleashed? I mean, you know. I would watch this. This is a really long bio. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. Plenty of interviews and stuff. I mean, they went all out for the features. So that's cool. Next row. Club Super 8 exposed. This looks like something I would want to see. Oh, Christina Lindbergh. I really got to be careful just clicking around this kind of thing. 17-year-old Lena, Christina Lindbergh, 21 years old. Okay, before people get mad at us. Exposed slash diary of a rape is the US edit. And then another edit. And then another. There's fucking 4 versions. Visual essays. Plenty of features on here. This artwork is really good. Who did it? Doesn't say. What year is this? 71. Are you going to review it for the podcast? I haven't. We'll see if it's on the Melusine site. If not, I might in a future like partner label segment. But I sort of doubt it. We'll see. Lena is a young woman in need of excitement and sexual satisfaction, torn between her meek and innocent boyfriend Jan and the sadistic partygoer Helga? Helga? I'm gonna go with Helga. Lena's life is turned upside down when Helga takes some nude photographs of her. These photos could destroy her life. Okay. Goodbye Paradise, Umbrella Entertainment. Sure. Okay. Christina Lindbergh is one of those actresses I do not care for. I think I've only seen her in Thriller, and I thought that she was fine. It's on Melusine? Okay, then I will be. Thanks for the heads up. Actually, let me see how many titles are on the Melusine site. I guess I will be seeing it. Ooh, we have a Pulse video? I like Pulse Video. Okay, so that's the only partner label. Well, I guess other than the Pulse Video. So there's 2 of them. Okay. Goodbye, Paradise. Pretty obscure stuff. Plot centers on Queensland's Gold Coast in the early 80s, and a disgraced former cop writes a book exposing police corruption, does the investigation resulting in 2 murders, exposes a military cult, and watches the army begin a military coup. It's a lot going on. Excited to see China Girl at some point. Yeah, I missed it when they were all going out of print. And it would appear that I did not, in fact, have to panic about getting those before they went out of print. Because it looks like they're all coming back just under Picorama or whatever in double and triple features. So I'm probably going to sell all my old VS porn stuff, to be honest. Or at least most of it. So if that intrigues you, hit me up. The hazing. More Wild Eye. This is Chris Barnes, right? Chris Barnes. Let's check out the hazing. We call that Vinegar Syndrome pulling an ice cream man. Excited for the Melusine Pulse title. Limois. Limoin? 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 I'm out here taking French. Oh my goddamn Duolingo. Specifically so that I can pronounce stuff, and I still can't pronounce stuff. 2004. The Evil Dead meets Scream, I'm sure. As an evil professor through an ancient staff in a book of incantation possesses the bodies of a group of fraternity and sorority pledges during a night of hazing activities in an abandoned mansion when the students meet one grisly death after another. One grisly death after another would be a crazy sequel, you know? Survivors finally realize it's a professor who's possessing their friends and killing them all off. Now none of them trust each other. It is their friends. Is it their friends or puppets of the professor that they're hanging with? Someone better figure it out quick, or none of them will make it through the hellish night of the hazing. Man groping mannequin titties alert. All right. Yeah, I don't know. They sold 1,000 of these, so that's cool. We have crazy the hazing news clip, short film, Forgotten Horrors review. We got hella fucking. You can watch Tiffany Shepis get into makeup, and also Brad Dourif, and these are separate features. Okay. What? She's in something that I've seen, I think, right? She's in Ted Bundy. Oh, isn't she on The Disconnected? Hasn't she been a guest before? Is that what I'm thinking of? I'm pretty sure that's her. Yeah. Okay. Neat. Probably not for me, but it's cool that it's out there. Honey June. At first I was gonna talk shit about this slipcover, but I actually like it. And I like it better than that. I think this is cool, actually. Brandon Schaefer. Yeah, I think she was on an episode before. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Uh, okay. Whale watching? Sure. Just whale watching. I've been whale watching before. It's not particularly exciting. But it's cool, I guess. Persian Kurdish Leela and her American daughter June take a trip to the romantic Azores after a recent loss, both with polar opposite views about why they're there, how to grieve, and the size of June's tiny bikini. Sure. Amidst honeymooners, the woman life freedom movement, and their hot philosophical tour guide, Joao. Joao? I think I got it right that time. I've tried to fucking pronounce that name so many times. The pair find each other coming back to life. Okay. Portugal. I'm going to assume that Lillian is a woman, so that's cool. I mean, I think it seems neat. Circle Collective. Nice. Okay. Idiot Ka. Idiotka? Interesting. Who is that? I feel like I recognize this person. Anna Barishnikov. Julia Fox, my beloved. Okay. Oh, she was in the drama? Neat. Okay. In West Hollywood's Russian district, Margarita lives out the American dream, competing on a reality show. Will she slay, serve, or survive? Natasha Popov? Okay. I like the artwork. I think it's quite good. The design is really good. Uh, Neat. Okay. Seems decent. Just keep it moving. Joan of Arc. I'm not a heretic, I'm a good Christian. I'm always saying this. Filmed by Bruno Dumont. Um 2019 slideshow of Joan of Arc in film. Okay. I mean, if anybody wants to hit me up to make a PowerPoint slide for their Blu-ray releases, I would be happy to do that. Okay. This is 2019. Okay. Kim Stem, I think generally does cool stuff. I'm not particularly impressed with either of those artwork, but this one is better. Arcade Fire has an excellent song called Joan of Arc. The 15th century, both France and England stake a blood claim for the French throne, believing that God had chosen her. Young Joan leads the army of the King of France. She's captured the church, sends her to trial on charges of heresy. Refusing to accept the accusations, the graceful Joan will stay true to her mission. I mean, I would watch this for sure. He did 2 Joan of Arc films. Really? Okay. Oh, this is the guy who did 29 Palms, which I haven't seen yet, but I've heard plenty about. The childhood of Joan of Arc, so it's like a sequel. Okay. That's neat. Sean Baker says, I think he's one of the most important filmmakers working today. Cool. Continental 25 from 1-2 Special. Radu Jude, what's good, my man? Same actress. Oh, wow, that's really cool. So wait, how long apart are they? Well, they were only made 2 years apart, so how is she going to play a child and an adult? Unless I'm misunderstanding. I guess it probably flashes forward or something. I don't know. All right, I didn't know that he had another film out, but let's check this out. Conversation with Richard Linklater and a booklet. The new writing from Nicholas Pedrero Setzer. Okay. We got dinosaurs in this. That's pretty cool. Orsolia is a bailiff in Cluj, the main city in Transylvania. Is it any wonder that trans girls love vampires so much? I'm just now making this observation, but it was there all along. One day she has to evict a homeless man from a cellar, an action with tragic consequences that trigger a moral crisis which Orsolia must weather as best she can. Interesting. I just hella fuck with Radu Shoot, so I am interested in really anything he makes, to be honest. So cool. I like this slipcover. Who did this? Adam Maida? I think it's pretty creative. Okay. Love is a Stranger plus Love is a Stranger. Again, I see my girl Tina Kraus on here. By the way, follows me on Instagram, whatever. It's like we're close personal friends or whatever, you know? Wow. Okay, so a lot of shorts. Custom shorts. I love to see a custom short. $50 minutes. Scream Queens Illustrated. Scream Queens Illustrated is Illustrated's Christine Cavalier. Cavalier? I don't know. Stars as a young woman who breaks away from her abusive lover only to fall prey to a warped and obsessed photographer's twisted dreams. And then we did it again. She's one of the most terrifying shower scenes since Psycho. Okay. A woman with an abusive lover and a boss who sexually harasses her is tormented by nightmares involving a dead psychotic nymphomaniac named BB who once tried to murder her. And then a new string of killings begins. Alright. Really obscure stuff. So that's cool. This one I'm excited about. Shout out Connie, but Lena Braca, I gotta talk about it now because it was announced, but that release of Hayopka that I did a visual essay for, that involved me trying to do as much research on Filipino cinema as I could, and Lino Bracco is like one of the goats for sure, and all of his movies I loved. So I'm excited to have more of them out there in the world. Interviews and featurette. So those of you who weren't here at the beginning, I am not bored. I was up until 7:30 a.m. last night, so I'm a little bit tired. Cole moves to Manila for better opportunities after his American lover leaves. However, he gets drawn into the gritty world of gay prostitution and sexual slavery. Jeez, okay. Lots going on here. Definitely want to see it. Easy pickup for sure. That would be my number one if I had any money. That would be the one I would go for first. My Sole Desire. Film Movement. It's pretty artwork. Jillian Adele. I don't know that one. Okay, let's look that up. 2022. Never been to a strip club before? A fun fact is I haven't. When aimless Manon begins work at Amont sur Désert, strip club that offers high concept performances. That's what I want to see. I want to see high concept performances at the strip club. All right. Let's get some artistry going on, okay? She instantly bonds with her fellow strippers, particularly Mia, an aspiring actress with a boyfriend and child. Manon learns that it is not easy money, but fast money. And when she finds herself falling for Mia, she is forced to question her priorities as she explores her newfound erotic life. French. Charlie XCX has this on her watch list, so worth noting. Yeah, I'd like to see this. Looks cool to me. On to the next one. Night of the Hunted. I'm sure it's at least as good as Night of the Hunter, right? I imagine they did 2,000, because I can't imagine they only sold 7 of these. Oh, 1,500, okay. A 4K, God is Now Here, or God is Nowhere. It's a real mind bender. One shot and all our problems will be over. Sheesh. Okay. You can't just be putting my inner monologue on the front of the fucking Blu-ray. It's this one, right? 2023? Close enough. Okay. When an unsuspecting woman stops at a remote gas station in the dead of night, she's made a plaything of a sociopathic sniper with a secret vendetta. To survive, she must not only dodge his bullets to fight for her life, but also figure out who wants her dead and why. Not what you want. Audio commentary, interviews, booklet. It looks not that good, to be honest. Oh, from the Maniac remake director. It's cool. Okay. Magnolia Pictures, Not Quite Hollywood. Story of Ozploitation. Oh, I like the slipcover a lot. Shout out Robert. I was shit talking a lot of his art today, but this was good. Not Quite Hollywood is a wild, wonderful, untold story of exploitation films. It irreverently documents an era when Australian cinema got its gear off. Okay, and showed the world a full frontal explosion of sex, violence, horror, and foot to the floor action. Wow, okay. I'm sorry, what? Extended, oh, it's a trailer reel. I thought it said extended trailer at 185 minutes. So we got hella trailers on here. Deleted scenes at 75 minutes. Okay. 100 minutes. More from Tarantino. We always need an hour of Tarantino talking. I think that's what everybody wants. I mean, if anything else, this is at least the most stacked disc of the slate. I mean, this is crazy. We got hella documentaries on here. 415 stills and posters, production gallery. I mean, this really is. If this is your kind of thing, you want this, right? I mean, yeah, I'd see this. In case anyone forgot something from the Criterion sale, Amazon is still matching their prices. Neat. Yeah. Get a little extra in there. The longer QT is giving interviews, the less time he has to be an annoying Zionist. Unless that is what he's being interviewed about, right? We were shit-talking Eli Roth earlier. perhaps an even more egregious example of that. Shirkoa in Lies We Trust, Dark Star. Is this going to be another to be original sort of deal? Is this animated? It actually looks pretty cool. Whatever this is. It is on Tubi. In a sophisticated, near-perfect society, citizens live with paper bags on heads to dissolve differences. Tensions rise when the whispers of a mythical land without the bags start to float, and a fresh council member sparks an accidental revolution. France, Germany, India, and Singapore. Okay, neat. I'll hand you this one. This one looks interesting, at least. Original short film, Asia Argento music video for some reason. I guess she... Oh, she's in it. Okay. Neat. Willa, the Shepherd and the Bear. This artwork is really good. Neat. Okay. Q&As. High in the French Pyrenees, the reintroduction of wild bears in a traditional shepherding community. I mean, that doesn't sound great. Provokes deep conflict. An aging shepherd struggles to find a successor as bears prey upon his flock, and a teenage boy becomes obsessed with tracking the bear. It's on the Criterion Channel. It's a documentary. Okay. Factory 25 soft shell. Interesting. Lots of different animals going on here. I like this whale. I like what he's got going on. The squid is good. Lots of cute animals. The seahorse is cool. 2026. 16mm short films and a booklet with writing by quite a few people, actually. That's cool. Soft shell. Oh, it's listed as 2024 here. Following the death of their mother, a Thai American brother and sister from Queens navigate living in the city and beyond. I like this artwork. There was a spider on my microphone, so that's a little bit alarming, but kind of cool, I guess. Hold on. Let me put him somewhere else. I'll be right back. All right, we're good. That would have distracted me, to be completely honest. Okay. Moving on to the next row here. Is this it? The last row? Yeah, this is the last one. All right. Sword of Trust. New audio commentary and a booklet. Hey Jeff, what's good? Thanks for being here. You're fine. You're only a touch late, you know? When Cynthia and Mary show up to collect Cynthia's inheritance from her deceased grandfather, the only item she's received is an antique sword that he believed to be proof that the South won the Civil War. Okay. Yeah. Oh, was. That's unfortunate. Fashionably late indeed. You arrive before we cover the Melusine releases, aka the most important part. That's true. That's true. Who did the artwork here? Brianna Miller. 1,000 units. Okay. IFC Films. Is this like a particularly popular one? Decent. All right. Tenement. Dark Sky. This slipcover is crazy. So I'm into that. Haunt Love. Shout it out. The GOAT. This looks cool. Whatever it is that's going on here. I feel like I was aware of this in some capacity for some reason. $2024. Oh, I guess maybe I haven't heard of this before. Cambodia. One of the titles on Melusine has an actress in it that was featured on the most recent Rialto report. Good listen. Who was it? It looks neat. But it doesn't seem to be that well received. Following her mother's death, manga artist Surya travels to her ancestral home in Phnom Penh with hopes of reconnecting with her distant family and using the visit as inspiration for her work. All goes well initially, renting an apartment in Meta, a rundown Khmer Rouge era housing complex. Her visit to her maternal relatives finds her welcome with open arms. The Surya's waking hours in the apartment and surroundings are punctuated by terrifying bloody visions, almost as though she were a conduit for horrors of the past wanting to seep into the present. Kathy Harcourt. Okay. Toga Party Massacre from VHS Hitfest. Some cover is cool. Who did it? Earl Kessler Jr. Just a lot of features. Just so many features. Frankie Robertson returns from the grave to wreak havoc on some partying teens in this SOV horror parody. Okay. That's only 36 minutes long? Okay, so you gotta have hella features on here, right? Interviews The Other Side from 1989. And then the making of, very scary. Okay, so there's hella movies on here. I imagine these are all short films and stuff. I listened to that episode of Rialto today. I'm behind on their stuff. I was at one point trying to catch up and listen to all of them, but I have not made great progress on that. Is this just, does he just have a bunch of other movies and it's all on here? Not exactly. Okay, well, what is this then? Okay, real obscure stuff. So whatever's going on there. The Wailing, and not the one you think. That was kind of like, oh shit, they got the Wailing on here? Different. Different Wailing. It's crazy that you can just call it whatever you want, huh? Behind the scenes and a booklet. Andrea, in search of her biological family, feels stalked by an invisible threat. Other women before them have suffered the same fate 20 years earlier on the other side of the world. Camille, fascinated by Marie, tries to warn her of a threat hanging over her. Argentina, France, and Spain. Hmm. Okay. Matte Needle. I mean, this slipcover is really good. I'll give you that. It's really good. Yeah, that's boring. You want this one. We ended up grabbing The First Deadly Sin, Affection, and Death of a Cheerleader. My Sole Desire looked like it was something I may grab as well. Yeah, it looked good. We're all going to the World's Fair. This movie's amazing. Shout out Jane Schumbrun. I have the original slipcover of this, which I believe glows in the dark. And it has the worst texture of all time. When I touch it, it makes me want to die. Yeah, this is just an alternate slipcover. For some reason. I'm not really sure why, but sure, why not? I love this movie. I recommend it. Check that out. Think you'll be fine with just a standard edition, but if you love this slip or you need a slip, have at it. Young Mothers. Probably should have checked the year on this. I assume it's 2025. Yeah. Group of young women face the challenges and joys of motherhood while attempting to break free of the past in a delicate and hopeful study of women on the brink of new life from master directors Jean-Pierre and Luc Dardenne. Okay. I mean, looks fine. Maybe it's really good. Chilean Adel, 500 units. All right, let me vet these Melusine releases before I just throw them up on screen haphazardly. I feel like maybe Melusine has the strongest slate of any of these, to be completely honest. Hmm. Okay. Looks like I'm good to show everything on the Melusine side. Now let me vet the letterbox entries to make sure I don't show anything crazy. Okay. Went to see the Odyssey today, really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's good. The one nice thing about Ice Cream Man on 4K is I can now just display my standard Blu-ray that Clint Howard signed. Yeah, that's cool. That is an advantage. Apparently Abel Ferrara made a movie called China Girl that is different from the, adult film. It looks like I'm gonna get away with showing everything. Hopefully didn't speak too soon just there. All right, I think we are good to go. Everything is properly vetted, so let's discuss it. L'insatisfait and l'amour au trossé. Trosses? Trosse? I don't know what I'm doing. Doing my best. Tross? I don't know. Both films newly rescanned and restored. English dubbed audio. I mean, is that the only option? Also, the credit sequences, new interviews, new interview. Heirs to a family fortune are invited to a Corsican villa where sex and murder are always lurking around the corner. Okay. These sound good, but the letterbox reviews are not helpful at all. What do you mean? That looks super helpful. I mean, it looks like nobody has seen it, so. Oh, this isn't even listed as an adult film. What about the other one? Also not listed as an adult film, but this did not appear on the standard Vinegar Syndrome site. Stephanie, nursing an old man in a nice country villa, has been killed by young men. They will try to replace her with a double. When she finally gets suspicious, they plan to kill her too. Am I tripping right now, or was there a movie that we talked about recently that had this exact same plot? I don't know. Not good reviews. Uh, unsatisfied is apparently accurate. So, I don't know. 1001 Erotic Nights 1 and 2 plus China Girl. I have 1001 Erotic Nights 1 and 2, and I've watched them both, and they're pretty good. They're a lot of fun. I like them a lot. I don't know if I'll be rewatching them for the segment or whatever, but I have seen them and I do enjoy them. But China Girl was one of the ones I missed when it was going out of print, so I'm happy to have it in this capacity. Agent David Chase is on the case, and China Girl, after renowned physicist Dr. Teresa Hargrave is kidnapped by a sinister organization headed by the evil Madame Wu, who intends to use her scientific expertise to wreak global havoc. Neat. Okay. Audio interview with actress Annette Haven. Were there features on the old one that didn't get ported over? Shit, I gotta be careful here. Why did all this stuff come up? I love the Picorama's multi-film set, such a great deal. I totally agree. It's awesome. It just isn't showing up. Hold on. I thought I did something wrong, but no, it's just not popping up. Okay. There are, in fact, no features on this other than the trailers. Okay, and then we have... I mean, I'm pretty sure I could show this. Candy Stripers. With some intriguing artwork here. First, when you said Erotic Nights, I thought you were talking about Erotic Nights of the Living Dead from our boy Joe D'Amato. Bob Chin is always fun. Yeah, it's interesting to see, okay, Your RX for Fun, Sexual Adventures of Nurse Helpers in a Hospital. And then, yeah, it's interesting to see his films get a single release, because they were just cranking them out by the triples. This is on Quality X, so I guess it was more popular or something. And there's also, like, hella features on here, just kind of crazy. Look at the film elements for Candy Stripers. Never before seen trims and outtakes. 32-page booklet with an essay by Bob Chin Expert. Neat. Okay. That is everything. Last thing before we go. I said this at the top of the show, but gonna do a quick review for Backwoods Marcy because it was sort of requested. The bonus movie on it was requested, and I wanted to go ahead and watch this too, so I throw in an extra review. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. She's homeless and hungry for sex, blood, and revenge. An important business trip leads an unexpected sales executive on a nice drive into the country. Unfortunately, he makes the mistake of asking for directions from a psychotic, redneck, homeless woman who dwells in the swamplands of the New Jersey Pine Barrens. As her obsession grows, Marcy methodically hunts the man down, only to rape and cage him like an animal. Will he escape, or will she have him for dinner? Not the best rating that I gave it, to be honest. I appreciate what this is at least kind of trying to do. Like, it's sort of trying to subvert tropes of, like, this sort of thing, like exploitation, rape and revenge, that kind of thing, where, like, you know, and it's, like, flipping the genders on it and stuff. Sure. I get that that's what we're going for. It kind of undermines that by the end, to be completely honest, but also everything up until then is just really boring. Like, it's very amateur hour production going on here, and also there's just not much going on. Like, you know, I don't know. It also keeps teasing more things than it has to offer. Like, okay. There's a scene at the beginning where she makes him take his pants off, and then she makes him take his underwear off. And the way it's framed, it's like, it's framed in the way that all of these movies would be framed if it was a woman that had to do this, where you would see everything. And I was like, hell yeah, we're gonna see this dude's dick. Didn't happen. Cuts away. Cowardly. And then there's other times where it just cuts away from stuff like that, and it's like, I don't know, man. You're really not giving me a lot here to go off of, but we will see if an ex-hooker's Christmas Carol is better. I hope it is. I caught about 5 minutes of it before I had to do something else, but in any case, there's a reminder that you can, not even showing the meat, truly, it's fucked up. You can commission a review for whatever you want in the link in the chat. And yes, that's it for today. I guess, you know what, Dawn Murphy, who she's credited as the director on the film, but then on Letterboxd, this other guy's, like, the other lead actor is credited as like a co-director. So I don't know if it was one of these deals where like she didn't really direct it, but they wanted to give her the credit for the whole thing that they're doing, you know? Maybe. But you know, what was I trying to say? I feel like I had something. Oh, she plays two roles, and they're very different. So, like, sure, you know, I'll give you that. I'm listening to this new Converge album, and it's way longer than I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be like really short because they put out 2 albums this year. Oh, it's only 30 minutes. It felt like I've been listening to it for a long time. I didn't think it was bad or anything. It's maybe a little bit disappointing though. Okay. I don't know. I guess unless y'all have anything else you want to talk about or cover, I think that's all from me today. And I'm going to take a shower and just keep working because that's pretty much all I do. So that'll be that. Band November I showed you last week. Apparently has a new record at the end of last year I didn't know about. It's good. Nice. That's cool. Now the new Exhumed album is playing. That's a hard-ass band. All right, gang. I think I'm gonna call it there. I will see you next week. I'll see you Friday for music stuff, and I'll see you next week for more of this. Catching up on reviews and letterbox entries and this, that, and the other. Yeah, I saw them live and they were good. All right, gang. I will see you later. Bye.